Picked up some of these, you know, to try and keep my hands from getting so messed up from all greases and fluids and stuff. So today, I'm going to try and get that out, get the transmission out. Well, I got the trans cooler lines undone, and I will clean them all up and check them out, and if they're good, we'll reuse them. If they're rusted out or leak, I'll make new ones, but I do have them out so I can use them for a pattern if I need to. And I got the exhaust off, so maybe I'll see if I can find that pipe right there new and put it under the car when I put the engine back in, because really I need to get the parking brake cable off to get that in and out. Kind of a pain, and the parking brake cable is just hanging back there. Get the light, and I'll make sure all those work. And the parking brake cable that goes to the cross member, I got to disconnect that from the cross member. And the cooler lines, I'm going to put little plugs in the where they go on. This has a cast iron transmission case in it, so that thing's going to weigh a ton. I'm really glad I got that jack. So let me get this thing cross member undone and whatnot. Well, there we go. The transmission solely supported by the jack and everything but the cross member. The trans is unbolted from the cross member. I just got to unbolt the cross member from the chassis, and the trans is ready to come out. Torque converter on this thing is really nice. No groove in the seal surface. The seal looks like brand new in there inside of the torque converter. Yeah, it fits the sump really nicely, and like I say, it's completely unbolted from the cross member, as you can see. So I got 2 bolts I'll get undone, and we'll get the transmission out. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can video dropping this transmission out of the way. So there's the cross member. The parking brake and speedometer cable out of the way. And let's see how it goes. That'll make it a lot easier to install a trans, but I am going to have to jack the car up a significant amount, because that's not going to clear the floor pan. I might, yeah, cast iron trans. I am not struggling with that puppy over the I've got to take the line off for the vacuum modulator. I'll do that right now. Well, thought I would. Maybe go the other way. Alright, the vacuum line's off. Okay, now I just gotta raise the car up and we'll slide it out, but that'll make it a lot easier to get it in and out. It's, you know, it's gonna have to go up significantly. Alright, let me get to it. Hopefully that showed up in the video, but you can see, I mean, I gotta jack it up a good foot and a half. But look at this, it's all open ready for cleaning and painting. That's going to make it so nice. Having no exhaust, no parking brake cables, just bare floor pans. I can get under here and sand and clean and paint. It's going to look awesome. Alright, the transmission's out. If I had to rate that jack, I'd rate it a 4 out of 5. It would be nice if it did go up a little bit higher. Have to check, make sure that's good, the vacuum modulator. So the numbers on this transmission are C5AP7006 and then a 22 there. And let's see if there's any numbers on the other side. Yeah, they're all caked in dirt, but there is numbers. I'll get something, we'll clean that dirt off. My little plug came off the cooler line. The sump was dripping as I was undoing it. So let me get degooed here and clean those numbers off and plug those holes. So this is the date code on the transmission, which is April 12th, 1966. So that makes everything about the same period. Look at that seal. That thing looks like brand new. No leaks. All solid and clean. The shift shaft was leaking, so I'll put all new seals, drop the sump, put a new filter in it. I don't know what you call these. Is this a C4, C6, FMX? They call it a Cruise-O-Matic. It's a cast iron. This part to here, from the bell housing to the tail housing is cast iron. And I didn't know Ford was still using cast iron by 66. GM had pretty much all gone to all aluminum by, I don't know, 61 maybe? 62, somewhere around in there. Their Power Glides used to be cast iron. And they went to aluminium in, I don't know, the early 60s. So yeah, those cast iron transes are usually bulletproof because the casing doesn't wear out on them. Nice trans. It's going to clean up good. I think the reason this car was parked was the stripped flywheel. I think the water's still dripping out of the cooling jackets of that engine. Yeah, I think that's the reason why. You know, because this thing was stuck, so it would just be a few teeth that would be chewed off, and it's chewed from there to there, so it's chewed quite a ways. In fact, from there to there, and almost all the way around it has some chew marks. So I think that's probably why the guy decided to stop driving the car. I do have another flywheel for a 390. I think the 352 and the 390 use the same flywheel. I hope they're neutral balanced, both engines. So I hope it's the same. When I'm up to my dad's next, I'll grab it and see if it make sure it's the same. If it's not, then I'll start my hunt. So next is the power steering. Maybe take that shift mechanism out, get the power brake booster off, and then I can take the wiring and stuff out and start scraping and cleaning and sanding and grinding and then get this ready, you know, get it all cleaned up to where I can make it look pretty. And I think this weekend I'm getting tools from my brother, so I'll get this measured up and get the parts ordered or do whatever we need to for this. And like I say, I'm going to put the torque converter back in that, and I'm just going to leave it on the jack so I can move it around. I'm not going to try and lift that cast iron automatic. Aluminum ones are bad enough. I used to muscle these things in and out. I don't know how not cast iron ones, but aluminum ones. I don't know how I did it. I guess I was insane. That jack is nice, but it would be nice if it lowered down another, you know, 6 inches anyway, 8 inches, but it worked pretty nice. Pretty happy with it. It'll make it a cinch putting transmissions back in, because then you can line them up to the motor real easy if the engine's still in the car. I got lots of stuff that needs cleaning and going over, so I think I'll start, I'll clean the transmission up and get a seal kit on the way, and see about getting the seals for the steering gear, and then I can get that battery tray out and start fixing that inner fender where it's got a little corrosion from the battery acid. But the undercarriage on this car is going to be a cinch. It's so clean, and I think this car is mostly in need of mechanical work just from sitting. You can see the hose sticking out of the firewall for the air conditioner, so I'll have to repair that hole when I take out the air conditioner. And I don't know, I can, just go over everything, make sure everything's all good. I think like I say, I think I'll remove the steering gear in the next day or two. I got a late start today. I had to go grocery shopping, do some laundry, and I'll tell you what, I really like these gloves. How did I work on things all these years without them? They're awesome. They keep my hands feeling a lot better. So I gotta repair these 2 holes where that receiver dryer was for the air conditioning, and bump the inner fender out there. That's no big deal. It looks like they just hammered it in to mount that, and I'll have to just hammer it back. Unless that was originally like that, who knows? But I'm going to repair it if it wasn't. If somebody knows if there was a dent in the inner fender on the driver's side, left side of the car, let me know, because if there was, I'll leave it. If there isn't, I'll bump it out and weld those. I'm going to weld these holes up no matter what, because that's where somebody punched them to mount that thing, and I think that's why that dent's there too. I think getting that out is going, I'm calling it a day. Like I say, I got a late start, and I got that out. It took me maybe an hour and a half to get that out, by the time I undid everything, and just putzed around with getting the jack under there and fiddling around, and getting it ready to come out, trying it out. And then I had to jack the car up as high as my floor jack would go with a block on it to get clearance, and it came out, rolled right out. So anyway, if you like my video, hit the like button, and if you want to see this car resurrected into a fun summer cruiser, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.